I think that it might be useful to have a version where, wait, so this part here that is, so someone would enter this, is that right? Like if I wanted to send the stimuli out to someone, I would need to add them as a person or add as a mass person, add like all those people in, and then.
Or you can just send the stimuli to an email address without adding them. There will be two options.
Okay. So is this the part where, wait, all right, sorry, I'm just.
This part is where you manage your participants, and those participants will be the ones you want to run stimuli repeatedly on them.
Oh, and okay. So
you can send the stimuli to any email address. Open store stimuli.
So yeah. So if I've got, all right, so here I can just send randomly to someone.
Yes.
Sorry, just figuring out how it all comes together. Sorry. And then here, if there's sort of someone that is doing a number of tasks, or I wanted to like build up a profile of the different cognitive functions that they would have, then I'd add them as an individual this way. Is that right?
That's
okay, cool. So it might be useful in this section to have a part where, I mean, I don't know if you've thought of it already, where if they've done anything yet, to have like if there's a name here and I know, we could click on it and see which task they've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tasks will be in the results. In results, you can just tap the can you click on return?
Oh yeah. But if, for example, we wanted to manage a profile of will that also, okay, hold on.
In data. You can use the filter button to filter the people you want to view the data.
Oh no. I mean, okay, so maybe I'm not, okay. What if, for example, I knew I wanted to give an individual a set of 5 different tests, and I knew I'd given them some, but I wanted to check which ones I'd given them. Would I have to look up their whole data here, or could in or would either in data or people, would I have like a little summary of the tasks they've completed?
Yeah, if you want, we can add such function in the people management.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So my one concern, I think, at the moment that I have with this is sometimes we want to have data that is de-identified. So we don't want to be able to link there, as part of an ethics thing that is really important with research. We sometimes have to make sure we can't pair up a person's responses with the person, if that makes sense. So it has to be anonymous.
Yeah.
And
the people section is only for those participants that you want to keep on record. You don't need to.
All right, and this will, so if I've got data and I don't have an email address with that person, it would just be here. Is that right?
Yeah.
It would just get uploaded and I wouldn't need this other aspect.
That's right.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted to make sure that's clearly the case.
The people button is most for clinics who may have some patients and they want to keep record of them throughout the years.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's really cool then. So like researchers probably wouldn't use it, but clinicians would.
That's right.
Yeah, okay, that works. All right. Okay. It might be, no, I think this works fairly well. Just in case, it might be, I mean, I don't think it needs to be in here, but I know that you guys had said if there's something that you might want as a capability later on, even though we can't do it here, if that makes sense, but maybe built in so that the system could adapt to it in the future. It might have, there might be like with the preset stimuli, for example, because we know that some of the preset stimuli or certain tasks, we know that there'd be norms for, across, we'd be able to develop a profile of what is a typical score on this task for this age student. So it might be useful to have a section where we can open up and look at norms for those different configurations, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we can just.
But
do you want
I know that you don't need to just. I guess it's not really important to put in now, but just having that capacity to build in later, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for the preset stimuli, maybe we can just expand that section into a system that people can share their configured stimuli. And different stimuli will have a statistical data attached to them, like the average score or something like that.
Yeah, okay.
Of course, all the data are not anonymous.
Yeah, the data would be anonymous, yeah. Okay. This looks really cool. I think, there's just a few little things that it seems quite easy to use, and I can see how it would work well with what the other group was doing with the generating new stimuli and all the things there. So I think I can see how they'll work really well together. Yeah.
When you send the stimuli via email to the participant will get a website in their email address. Yeah. They can click on it, and that will directly open the application the other team will be developing. And when they finish,
I guess the one
automatically.
Yeah. So the one thing that no, that makes sense. But yeah, all right, cool. That works. Yeah. So okay, let me ask here. So like in the filter, we could say find everyone aged this way, or at this age, or find people. Yeah, so we could sort like alphabetically or via age or when they're added, that type of thing. Is that right?
That's right. All the criteria you can just ask us. We will add them.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
And you can mark your participant by the stars. And you can filter to show only those with stars.
Okay, cool. So then if you select stars and it will only show them, what will it show?
It's like the star is like a bookmark. You can bookmark participants, and use the filter. You can select something like show only the stars.
Right. Okay.
It's like Gmail, the Gmail stars.
Oh yeah. All right. Okay, cool. Yeah. I think this is quite well. I mean, it's probably, I don't know if it is for you guys, but I think this is really interesting with some cool ideas in it. So, yeah, it seems very user friendly. And to be clear, like you can't actually, from this, you can't actually do the task at all. It has to be sent to this other thing. Is that right? So you can.
And just
oh no, you can't. So if right, in the thing where it says run.
Yeah, you can just configure here and now, and just run it. Also, you can click on.
Oh, actually, yes. So in this, they'll still have the part where you can put in your code name and that type of thing.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And can you click on written?
Mm-hmm.
And the open store stimuli. In stimuli.
In what?
Stimuli.
Yeah.
And open store stimuli. Yeah, the second one. And you can just run it here as well. You can just click the run.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just run
okay.
and
Cool.
still you created in the past.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so I do have a question here. So there are, and maybe this is this might be a dumb technical question, that seems obvious to you guys, but when I see this screen, like there's this area is for the task, and then there's this other part that is more, okay, I don't have the words, but like frame for the website to some degree. When the task actually opens, would it be capable of like taking up the whole screen?
Of course, this part is just a simple placeholder. It's not the real thing. It's just
okay. Yeah. Sorry, I assumed that was probably the case, but I just wanted to check. Okay. Yeah, that looks really cool. Yeah. It's very simple to use. Yeah, I don't know. Am I supposed to say something else or?
Just say anything you want.
No, maybe in the profile section, it might be useful to have a sort of thing saying researcher or clinician, right? And so just so or so that just in case in the future maybe we don't want clinicians to be able to create new stimuli. Maybe we only want them to use stored like preset stimuli rather than, research. I can see how researchers would definitely want to use the generate new and open stored, whereas clinicians maybe would have access to the preset. And so maybe we could have this part where in the profile where you're a type of user, you get access to certain things and not others in this stimuli section, maybe.
Yeah, we can change the UI depending on the user types.
Yeah. So, for example, I think, having for clinicians to not be able to generate new stimuli or open stored stimuli, but have access to presets as well as norms, and then being able to use this people section, I think would be really useful. Whereas maybe for researchers who don't pay for things, for example, maybe they have access to the top two, but don't have access to the preset, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
so we can
button grid.
sort of, we can sort of have this version of what people are able to have access to based on their professional needs.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to just restrict them? Just make sure they don't have the right to use such functions, or you just want to simplify the UI for them to reduce confusion?
I think probably, have the ability to restrict. Just in case we kind of want to have. So at the moment, we might change it in the future, right? But if we wanted to, we might want to say, if you want to create your own version of this, it's fine, do whatever. But it takes a lot of work to create norms of data, for a whole population to figure out what typical and atypical looks like. So maybe if you wanted that version, you'd need to pay for it, right? And so that might be the distinction between researcher and clinical. So in that case, we'd definitely want to restrict it as opposed to having a preference, if that makes sense.
Yeah, we can just make that happen.
But definitely, we may not ever do that, but just having the ability to think about it as a possibility.
And when they click on it, it will lead to a PayPal page, maybe.
Yeah. That type of thing. Yeah. Yeah, but I think it looks pretty cool. And it would sort of be really securely this would be like a secure server, right? So that we don't have, we don't have other, like, just random people being able to look at others' data and their, yeah.
Yeah, the website can be run on the university server.
Okay, yep, cool. All right, yeah, that sounds really cool to me. I think it works in a really intuitive way. Yeah, I don't know, it's very simple to use. So, and then sign out is just back to here. Yeah, so I think this works, but we probably don't want to have these aspects.
That's right.
Or maybe the Google one. Maybe Google, but
we can just use them.
I don't know how this. Yeah, I don't know how it works, but if you are linked with Google, does that mean that they can track this?
No, of course not. It just means you can use your Google account to log in. That's all.
Yeah.
All data will
I think Google. Yeah. All right, Google is okay, but the other ones are more social media and not really professional things, so we might leave that one out.
Yeah. And in the sign up session, you can also choose to use the social network. You can continue the sign up.
Wait, if what? Oh, right.
Do you want to remove the other two? Just leave Google?
Yeah, we just don't want, like, it just doesn't. I think it changes it from being a professional thing to. Yeah, I would just get rid of this whole media thing, really, because we really only want professionals accessing it rather than just any person. So they need to be associated with an institute, or so probably what we'd say with their email is that they have to have a, you know how there's sort of, it only works if you've got a registered, like, university email or a professional kind of, a professional accreditation kind of email rather than a more social one. So we'd probably want to put that type of thing in to some degree to really make sure that we don't just have anyone signing up for it.
Do you want users to be able to sign up by themselves, or do you want to receive an application request from them and you can just okay?
Well, for now, maybe we could have an application request. Yeah.
So the sign up details will go to your email. You can just check it and click OK, something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we could have the option of getting rid of that in the future, but it's probably a good place to start.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Sorry, I just just playing around with it. No, I think you guys have done a neat job with it.
Yeah, and even after the meeting, you can just keep this page and you can click on the red bottom right. There is something like that. Can you see that? It's the message thing.
Oh, yeah.
Leave any comments here and we will see it. We can see it.
Oh, wow, that's really cool.
If you have any thoughts after the meeting, you can just write it here.
All right. Okay. I won't do it tonight because, but I might do it. Yeah, I'll sort of keep thinking about it tomorrow and stuff, and yeah, see how we go.
Anytime I will be soon. I will be okay.
But overall, it's looking cool. Yeah. Wait, let me stop sharing. Yeah, I think you guys have done a neat job.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is there any other things I should ask about or think about?
I think that's all.
Okay, cool.